Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion. Real, raw, and we're saying it all. I know you're wondering why it's just me, but don't panic. There is a reason. This year we're making 1 year. Well, this February we're making 1 year. It'll be 1 year of the Unpopular Opinion. So I wanted you guys to get to know a little bit more about each of us individually, and we asked you to send in questions. So we're going to dive right into those, starting with me, Kemi. So Claire is somewhere here. You can't see her, but she's going to ask me questions, and I'm just going to respond, and that's how we're going to do this today. Claire.
Question number 1.
Okay.
What was the scariest moment of your life this far? What has been the scariest moment?
Without a doubt, when my sister got sick, remember last year?
Yeah.
Last year in the beginning we didn't even know what was wrong. It turned into a whole thing. She had pancreatitis. She was 3 months straight of hospital. So it was, I don't think I've ever gone through anything more challenging. I thought I had, but then that happened. And I think I didn't know the effect taking care of someone can have on the caretaker. I was like, she was going through this thing, and then I was going through a whole other thing. But then I'm like, I can't be going through a thing because my person needs me. Mm. And it was devastating, honestly. But also it's such a testimony because here she is, just a clean bill of health. But that's by far, I've never gone through anything that difficult. Like, if you are going through something like that right now, just my prayers are with you because it's a lot. But that was scary. I guess you never really reckon with losing someone that close to you until they're going through a thing that feels like it's the end or something. So, yeah.
Okay, can I ask a follow-up question? This one's mine. Yeah. You were so collected.
On the outside?
On the outside, yes. Because I would have been an absolute mess in pieces. And I admire that about you. But I want to ask, any tips you have for our audience who are going through something like that? How did you handle it?
I don't even know if I have tips, to be honest.
Yeah?
I was really just taking it one day at a time. Mm. My tip actually is for the people that are around you. For me, it meant the most that my people would come and just sit with me. You know, like, you've had this difficult couple of days, and my people just come and sit with me and have a cup of tea. And for a moment, it feels like we are not in this insane, thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was those pockets of peace. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Do you believe you will accomplish your dreams in your lifetime?
I certainly hope so. Yeah. I hope so. I feel like I've been bold. I've taken risks that Kemi at, 25 never would have. I've done some very unexpected things, especially career-wise, and I really believe I'll do those things. I remember recently someone asked me, why do I want, because they were asking me what I want to do with my life, and the Unpopular Opinion was a big part of what I want to do professionally. And they were like, why? And I was like, that's literally what I want to do. I want to serve in that space because, we have so many plans outside of just this show.
Yeah.
In the content creation space, and I was talking about that. But when you even feel like a fire, there was that fire. I know I'm going to accomplish those things. My personal goals, ours as a group, I know we're going to do all that stuff. It may take some time, but me, I'm just like, let's break it down into 1, 2, 3, 4. If 1, 2, 3 is all we can do this year, that's what we're doing. But even if it takes us 15 years, I know we're going to do like some really, really dope stuff. Yeah.
I agree. The next question is, what is your definition of success?
It's a tough one. I think happiness is a big part of success for me. I don't want to make it seem like, I don't care about making money, or it's not even like that. But happiness is very primary in it, because you can have a lot of stuff, which is fine. I mean, yeah, everyone wants to have stuff, but if I'm not happy, then like, what's the point of all the stuff? I really just want to be at peace. I keep wishing that for people. Like, even at the start of the year, I would tell people, I really wish you, like, peace, just peace of mind. As you get older, you realize it's such a delicate thing that you can lose at any moment.
Yeah.
Like, you're there, you're at peace, and then something comes and just
takes your peace away.
Upends, just like takes you away. So a big part of success for me is having peace of mind. It's being able to care for the people around me. I think now that I'm getting older, my parents are getting older, it would be a big indicator of success for me as an individual to be able to take care of them. It's something I think about often. You know, like how you're thinking about, like, how am I going to take care of Nkinzi? Maybe it's because I don't have a child yet. I'm always thinking about how am I going to take care of them. I want to be able to give them, you know, a
good
peaceful
retirement.
later years stage of their life. And ultimately, I just want to do the stuff I love and, like, truly pour into that stuff. I don't want to feel like I give stuff, kalito lito, you know, like die empty. You know how they say die empty? Yeah, I want to die having given, like, really poured into the things and spaces that I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful answer. Are you genuinely happy being single? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think people are wondering.
It's like,
how do you do it?
I have low-key become the ambassador of singleness. It's hilarious. People are always asking me questions about being single, but I'm genuinely happy. I think it's dope that we are in an era where it's not, or less at least, it's not as wild that you're in your 30s and you're single and you're just there doing your thing. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I get to live alone. I feel like a lot of people don't get that opportunity before they, you know, dive into living with someone else. I'm glad I've had this opportunity to get to know myself better. I think the single season has a lot to offer. I think a lot of people miss out on the good things because they're so, like, hell-bent on getting a partner as quickly as possible. So they miss out on a stage of life that has a lot to offer. You have a lot of flexibility to do a lot of things you may not be able to do when you're in a long-term committed relationship and you have kids and all these things. Me, I'm making the most of this single season. I'm at peace. I keep telling people I'm not tied to the idea of getting married or any of that. I think it would be great to have a life partner. But I also know that if I didn't, I can still have a really fulfilled life. I genuinely believe that. But now you say it and people say you're lying, but I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I'm good. And it's not to say that it doesn't get hard sometimes. At times you see people with partners and you're like, man, it must be nice to have someone to help you with this type of thing, that type of thing. Those times are there. The times when you feel like, also me I want, you know. But I think that's just life. Everywhere you are, you're kind of thinking of something else sometimes, you know. But ultimately, just like in the grand scheme, I'm very much at peace. I don't feel, I'm good.
Okay. That's a really good answer. Was there a period in your singleness where you were desperate to be in a relationship?
To be honest, no.
No.
Desperate, no. Have I desired it sometimes of like, it would be nice? Yes. But I've honestly never felt that desperation of like, I'm there and I'm crying. I need a partner. Honestly, I've never felt it. But I do understand that there are people who have felt like that or are feeling like that. And I can't tell you that, oh, you will do this and this, and then you'll feel differently. I think we just all have different, maybe priorities, right? It may just not be top for me. A partner right now may not be like super top for me. And maybe it is for you, and that's a valid and important thing, and you should feel how you feel. I just think that don't let it take over. I think that's the problem when something is just so overwhelming and it's like you forget where you are. And then when you do get the partner, it's like, what did you do with all that other time when they weren't there? Did you make the most of that time? So yeah, that's my answer to that.
Okay, so if you knew that you were going to die suddenly in a year, what would you change? Is there anything you'd change about your life right now?
Going to die in a year. Maybe I'd take more risks. I don't know, I think I try to, but sometimes I'm just like, maybe maybe I can put that on hold. I think I'd put less things on hold. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a couple of things in my life I'll put on hold. Of like, let me wait call for this and that. Yeah, maybe I'd do less of that. Yeah, but otherwise, and also maybe just spend more time with my family. I think it's something I don't do enough. Yeah, not enough. I think not enough.
So you change that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm thinking, this is literally notes for what to change. So thank you for that question, person who asked it.
The next one is a bit personal. TUO has become, is 1 year now.
Yeah.
Or turning 1 year, depending on when we're going to release this.
Yeah.
What do you like about your co-host, Prim? What do you like most about her?
Oh, what's not to like? She really is like the life of the party, isn't she? Like, she walks in here and we're all laughing, right?
Yeah. Beginning to end.
You guys know, if you follow her, she's a ball of sunshine, like actual real life sunshine. So I love the energy that she brings into a space. It's very relaxed and very, let's just laugh. Yeah. If it's awkward and maybe we have new people, there's a way she just like, she has an ease about her that I really appreciate. So yeah.
Okay. What do you dislike most about Prim?
She's late sometimes. Yeah, that's my pet peeve, guys. I am a very punctual person. So yeah, she's late sometimes. And sometimes she may not pay attention to some of the things I share. I'm kind of the planner kind of person in our group. Yeah. So yeah, if she misses something, I'm like, sis, I sent you that thing, So yeah.
What do you like most about me, Claire?
First of all, you're such, I'm always in, what's the word? English has gone. But I admire how you always have ideas. It's like you're an idea fountain. You always have the most amazing ideas, and even quickly. It didn't even take you a long time. I love that you always have amazing ideas, and I love that you have those wild. It's we were in a meeting once pitching ourselves, and Claire is like, we want to be the Ellen DeGeneres of the, and I was like. I like that you're that person. You always have let's fly, and we're in another galaxy, basically. I love that because it's important in our group, to have someone who's dreaming that big and then someone who's maybe doing more of a step by step. I think that it gives us really great dimension, and it helps us to not stay restricted on what we can actually do. So I love that about you.
Thank you. What do you dislike now? I'm asking.
I don't know. It was easy for me to think that, now Prim is sometimes late. I don't know. Because I feel like the things that we may have had that may have been difficult, you always recognize them first. Okay. And then we discuss it. Remember, when we had just started? Yeah. And we're still figuring out our dynamic. And because of my personality and yours, and because they're just so different, sometimes you would talk more or slightly talk over me. And I remember when I was planning to talk to you about it, you talked to me about it first. Yeah. So I was just like, well, I guess that's that. Okay. Then we moved. I don't know, I think you're a very self-aware person. But yeah, I feel like the little things that do come up, there's a way you usually see them before, just before I even talk about them. So I don't even know. I don't know.
Aww.
I don't know.
I'm very teary right now. Okay, let's move on. Knowing what you know now, would you partner with Prim and Claire again?
In every galaxy, every timeline, every multiverse, version. Absolutely. I'm always telling people I'm glad I get to do this with you guys specifically, because it works. And it's not to say that we are perfect, but it works. There's a way our thing works. Yeah. And I think we're just getting better as we go. Yeah. I really can't imagine doing it with anyone else.
100%. Okay, emotional much? What was the best moment of our first year on TUO for you?
Our best moment. I think finishing the live show. Not even the doing of it. It was the finishing. It was such a...
I know.
You guys, I don't know, maybe one day we'll just sit down and tell you guys about it. It was so difficult. We were so new, and we needed so much help. We couldn't afford so much. My goodness, it was so difficult. So finishing it, like the sigh of relief was just, it was for days. Like for days, we were still breathing. We're still like, oh my gosh, we really finished it.
Yeah.
So it was a really happy time because first of all, like, to know that we did that, like we actually did that in our first year was wild. I mean, that's you with your big things. You're just like, oh my God, you guys, let's do a live show and Murugi will be at it and la 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 la. And then we did this big thing with very little help, very, very little help. And it was just exhausting mentally, physically, and in all the ways I can think of. So finishing it was a big win. Just being done of like, we did it and now we have finished. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. What was your worst moment on TUO so far?
What? It's difficult to choose like a moment. It's not been easy figuring out like our people, because we have us, our internal team, but figuring out our support team has been difficult and even kind of heartbreaking sometimes. You guys, I don't know, it sounds funny if you've never done this type of work, but when you stop, maybe you stop working with certain people, sometimes you feel like, oh my God, what's this?
It's like
now?
a heartbreak.
So those things have been difficult for me to navigate for us as a group. I know those have been the really difficult moments, and also, I guess, because we entered this so quickly, no one could have prepared us for the financial implications of creating something like this. The money has been tough. It's been very, very tough. You guys, when we become, I don't know, maybe you guys will understand. We shall maybe tell you more about it, but the money's been tough. It's actually a really expensive venture to go into. So yeah, that's been tough as well. Yeah.
Okay, and lastly, the best lesson you have learned while building TUO.
Best lesson. I guess, remember the beginning, how we said that no matter what, because we were friends and then we did this business thing, we were creating this whole thing, and we were like, our friendship will always be at the top of this thing. Like if this thing messes with our friendship, then we can't do it anymore. So I don't know if that's a lesson, because it technically happened at the beginning, but I think it kind of is. Maybe it's a lesson for someone else. Just like for our friendship to always be like important, like most important, to be up there. I think that's been a big thing, because we've continued to carry it through our stuff. To stop and say, okay, how are we managing this together? What does everyone think before we make a move? So it's been really important that everything we do, we're going to take steps together. We're not moving anything before Claire knows, before Prim knows, and we know what they think. So that, and I guess if we were to start again with some of the knowledge that we have now, I think we would have planned like a lot more of the technical stuff better, because we didn't know. Right now, doing a partnership, I don't know, creating a bank account for the partnership, and then there's those technical things we didn't know, and then we're just kind of falling into them. So yeah, I think that was also a lesson of like, whoa, before you do this type of thing, you need to stop and first put in place a couple of structures that will help you move better. So yeah, I guess if someone out there wants to do this type of thing, stop and first figure out the finer points, the legal points, all those things. They're many. They're actually really many. They seem few at the beginning when you're just feeling like, we love this and we're just going to do it, but it's important. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This question is from me. What do we expect from Fiona Kemi this year, 2023?
That's a tough question. To be honest, this year I'm trying to figure out what I want, because Fiona Kemi has evolved. It was just natural hair for the longest time, but then I found all these other things that I like, and I mean even the Unpopular Opinion, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want it to look like. So hopefully the journey will be as interesting for the viewers as it is for me. I'm figuring out what I want that to look like, because now I like more things. There are more things I care about, and I want to see how to bring those things into this platform that I've created. And yeah, it's scary, but really exciting. I hope, let's see. It's kind of a let's see.
Love it. Thanks.
Thank you. And thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like. See you next time.